Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through a quick 15-minute makeup tutorial. This can be done for work, every day. If you're going out but you want something quick and simple, this is gonna be your routine. Pick and choose whatever works for you. If you want to add more, take out more, that's fine. If you want to see how this video goes down, stay tuned and let's get right into it.
And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice.
So everyone typically does their brows differently. I have microblading, that's why my brows look the way they do. Typically I would start off with my eyebrows because I have oily skin. I just like to clean up any oils around my brows so that my brow products just goes on nice and easy. What you want to do is brush your eyebrow hairs up and just go in and fill them in however you choose. This is when I typically would go in with my concealer. I go with one that is close to my skin tone. I'm using one from NARS and I just go in and do like a quick clean of my eyebrow. The brows are what usually takes most of my time. The next step I like to take is to go in with my primer. I'm using this one from e.l.f. and I just put that all over my face. This is the liquid putty primer. I go in with a lot of primer. I think I overdid it with this one. Next thing is I like to go in with my skin tints. You can use a foundation at this step depending on how much coverage you want. Ouch. On how much coverage you want. I'm gonna go in with the Versed Skin Solution Multi Serum Skin Tint. In the shade 11C. I'm gonna go in with probably just 2 pumps of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and just blend it in. I also just go over with a sponge. Now the next step is I go in with a little bit of concealer. I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift Concealer. I'm going into the shade NC45. And the shade NC37. Also gonna put some of the concealer here and here, just focusing on the center of my face. So I'm gonna let that sit while I do my cream bronzer. This is usually the meat of my 15-minute routine, cream bronzer, because I use it for a lot of things. And I just go in very lightly on the high points of my cheekbones, and I just follow along onto my forehead and temples, just blending that in. Then I do my chin and jawline as well. Also, I like to do the sides of the bridge of my nose. Whether I'm doing a full glam makeup look or a 15-minute makeup look, I always do my nose contour, and I put bronzer on my eyelids because I do not have time to do eyeshadow, and this is the most convenient, most flattering eyeshadow look. It looks very natural, very pretty, and very simple to do. Just use cream bronzer and put that all over your eyelids. So next I'm gonna go in with some cream blush. I'm going to put that here right on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm just gonna bring it upwards like so. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my nose contour, dragging it onto my forehead just a little bit like so, and then I'm gonna blend this out. Go back in with the brushes that I use, which is the contour and the blush brush, just to do some extra blending. Then go in with a sponge and just go over the concealer. At this point, I am done with my cream products. I'm just going to go in and just iron out any creases. I'm gonna go in with my pressed powder. Instead of using loose powder, I use pressed powder. I just pat the pressed powder in there. So that is pretty much it. I have set the under eye. Now I'm gonna go in with my powder bronzer and just go over where I applied my green bronzer, just very lightly. I'm using the NARS Laguna bronzer. Over my eyelids as well, and just drag it down the sides of the bridge of my nose. And now to set the rest of my face, because obviously I need to set my skin tint down with powder, I just go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth powder and a large powder brush. Just go over my entire face. I'm gonna do some powder blush just right on top of where I applied the cream blush. And then some powder highlighter, because I feel like I look so good with a little bit of highlighter on my inner corners. And typically where I apply my highlighter, always the high points of my cheekbones, I just feel like it just melts in together. And I'm applying it before I set my face because I just want it to kind of melt into my skin. And the last thing I like to do before I set my face is I go in with a little bit of brow gel, because I want the fluffy looking eyebrows. I just want to show you guys just like the difference. If you can tell, you see this looks so good. I just use a tinted brow gel from NYX, the NYX brow glue. Go over my eyebrows like this and lightly go in with my setting spray from ELF just to set everything down. So this is when I would go in with a little bit of mascara. I have done the false mascara on my top lash line, so I'm gonna do my bottom lash line. And then the last step is I just do my lips. I'm gonna go ahead and line them with a dark brown liner because it looks the best and the most natural in my opinion. And on me, I'm using the Fenty lip liner and the shade Traced Out. For the center of my lip, I'm gonna do some natural looking gloss. This one is from Fenty. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Sticks in the shade Fenty Glow. I love this because it's so pretty. It just looks really natural and just so pretty. So guys, this is the end of today's video. If you feel like certain steps are not for you, like you're not a blush girly or you don't want to use highlighter, that's completely fine. But this is the go-to look for everyday makeup or for work. I don't like to do foundation every day. I just reach for a skin tint and it just feels really good and it's comfortable on my skin. My focus is brows. I like to do a little bit of bronzer. I like to look glowy, and I definitely want to set my entire face because I have oily combination skin. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.